Welcome to another Transforming Abundance Blocks series where we're going to have another deep dive into the abundance blocks that are often hiding in the unconscious. So we're putting a loving spotlight, consciousness on the unconscious to help you welcome in the next level of your purpose, of your power, and your prosperity. So today we are exploring the fear of rejection. The fear of rejection. What happens if you share your message? What happens if you share your medicine? What happens if you share your magic within? What comes up for you? And for so many heart-led leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs, change makers, I see time and time again this fear of rejection, that you might be rejected, left, abandoned. Someone might unfriend you, unfollow you. You will have to be with that fear, the feeling of being abandoned, maybe unwanted, unloved. And these fears hit on core wounds that lie within. It's very human and very normal to have these fears, but you are here as a leader, a change maker, a way shower, a path maker, a seed planter. And so it's very important for you to bring consciousness to where you might be unconsciously shutting yourself down, limiting your impact because of this fear of rejection or any of the abundance blocks. And this is why we're doing this work. So you may be aware of this fear already. You may be aware of this fear running you, but you may also be unaware of how this fear is showing up for you and impacting you in your business and your bank account. So let's take a deep dive within. I'd like you to take a deep breath and receive yourself here now. This is very vulnerable work, and your patterns of protection won't necessarily want to go there. So with the breath, we welcome all of you here, welcome these fears, these abundance blocks with love, with safety, with care, because this is how we transform these blocks. So welcoming all of you here, and also welcoming any fear of rejection that may be here for you consciously, unconsciously. So thank you for being here. So why is it so important that we address these fears of rejection? What will happen, right, if you show up in the next level of your purpose, of your power, of your message, of your medicine? And we often hit on this very core human wound, this fear of rejection. And so what does that do? Well, that limits your impact. You might quiet that voice down. You might not show up, right? You may not bring out your gifts out into the world. You may shrink back into what you know. And this really limits your impact. It limits your influence, and it limits your income as well. So we really want to take a courageous deep dive into this next level today and look at, well, how may that fear of rejection show up? If you're, unconsciously or consciously fearing rejection, this may affect how you're showing up, right? Your action. It may make you struggle to stay focused on what you know you need to do, maybe writing that next post or making that next video or speaking at that next event, putting yourself out there, inviting potential clients to work with you, reaching out into networks or opportunities. It stops you from really putting yourself out there vulnerably, right, in one way or another. And yet, in order to reach your clients as customers, the audience, right, those people that you're here to work with, network with, it's essential to look at this block, because it's often, like I said, unconscious. And you might say things like, oh, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, or that's not possible, or I'm too tired, right? Oh, I'm not well enough. All of these excuses, and very, real and valid excuses or reasons why you can't show up, but often unconsciously running it in these very core wounds. And so when you go to take that next step, that next aligned action step in your business, in your life, you may meet or feel or experience this fear of rejection that can really shut all systems down. It can make you go into freeze mode, to flight mode, or even to fight mode. And your old patterns of protection and defensiveness can come up. So please know that anytime you're stepping into a new level, you are going to meet your beautiful abundance blocks, and especially, most likely, the fear of rejection. So first, you want to be aware that this is an aspect you will be dancing with and moving with and transforming. And every time you step into your next level, you will meet at least one of your abundance blocks, and the fear of rejection may come up for you. So this has been a deep one for me on my path. Huge fear of abandonment, of rejection, of being left all alone. My core wound and core belief was, if I show up and share this next level of who I am and my voice and my message, I will be left, I will be abandoned. And that fear, that wound is so deep, so core, that it would leave me paralyzed to take action. It would leave me really, really paralyzed sometimes and not being able to move forward. Or if I'm moving forward, it's just so traumatizing, right? So triggering, which makes it very, very difficult. So this is something I've been having to work through personally and also professionally. This one comes up with most of the clients I've worked with at some point or another. So this is what we're risking, right? Risking rejection as you rise into the next level of who you are. And just to reassure you, in most cases, most people will stay. Yes, some people may leave. You may get the unfollows, the unlikes, occasionally some negative comments. But generally speaking, the fear makes a mountain out of a molehill. And you'll be surprised who stays. And you may be surprised who goes. But it's so important. You need to get so connected to your why, to your message, and the importance of what you're here to bring through, that becomes stronger. That becomes more important than the fear. So it's really important to tap into your purpose, to really understand why this message, right, needs to come out into the world, and the great importance of that, so that becomes stronger than the fear. So I would love to know, I'd love to hear from you what comes up for you around your fears of rejection. How does that manifest? Let's take a deep look, an honest look at how does your fear of rejection show up in your business, show up in your life? Let's take an honest look at that. So I'd love you to tune in and reflect on this question. How does your fear of rejection show up in your business, show up in your life? What is the impact of that? Let's look at it. Let's get really honest, really real. How is that holding you back? So take a moment to reflect on that question. And then within that, how does that affect your income, what you're receiving? So we need to understand the impact, so you find that motivation to start to work with it, to stay present with it, and to start to transform that abundance block. So what is the impact? Take a moment to write it down, to look at it. And it will be affecting every area of your life, not just your business. It will be affecting your relationships as well, for example. Anything where connection and intimacy is required. So it affects many areas of life, many areas of life. So let's look at that, welcoming in that next level of awareness. Breathing in love, curiosity, right? Releasing any judgment or criticism, but staying curious, bringing through love and care as we identify these abundance blocks. Thank you. Thank you. So it's really important to understand the cost and the impact so that you are motivated to do something about it. And then what's on the other side, right? If you can release your fear of rejection, if we can transform this fear of rejection, how would you be showing up differently? How would you be sharing differently? Speaking, writing? What action would you be taking? So if your fear of rejection was released, what action would you be taking? There is no fear. So let's tune in and tap into that question. When this fear of rejection is transformed and released, what action are you taking? Please write that down. Please write it down. So what action are you taking when the fear of rejection is released? Thank you. Keep breathing, staying present with what's here, welcoming in that next level, beyond the fears, beyond the abundance blocks, opening up to receive that next level. Breathing in safety and support for your body, for your nervous system, for your energy system, so you can open up to that next level. Super. Beautiful. So I'm now going to take you through a guided abundance activation to support you with releasing your fear of rejection and opening up to your next level. So I'd like to invite you to get nice and comfortable, to sit up. That helps you to stay present, but listen to your body. If you want to lie down, that's absolutely fine too. If you want to move your body, that's absolutely fine too. Please listen. And have a pen and paper with you so that you can write down any insights, any awarenesses, any information that comes through for you for today's session. So breathing yourself present into this moment. Let's get nice and comfortable. Thank you. Thank you, thank you for being here. Let's breathe together. We want to breathe to receive all the beautiful healing energy, abundance energy that's here with you, to working with you, through you, for you today. Let's breathe that in. We're going to breathe in all this love, support, healing energy into the fear of rejection. So let's breathe in. You can see if you can feel or identify where this fear of rejection is held within your body. And we want to breathe in energy into that fear of rejection. So we're putting a beautiful, loving spotlight. We're bringing in this beautiful energy into the shadow. Consciousness into the shadow. Love into the darkness. So let's breathe in. Breathe to receive where you are holding this fear of rejection. And it might not just be in one part of the body. So we're going to open up to receive. And we're courageously diving in because we know this fear of rejection is stopping you or blocking you from welcoming your next level. And we're not going to transform this abundance block by force, by pushing, by getting rid of. We are going to transform it by breathing with this fear, staying present with it, holding it, loving it, supporting it, being with it. So we're going to bring in all the love, all the support, all the care that this part of you needs to feel safe, to bring down that armor, that protection, and to open up, to share, which is incredibly vulnerable and feels incredibly risky. So we need to bring in and breathe in that safety to help you move through. So breathing in this fear of rejection. So we're bringing our presence, our attention to this fear of rejection, and we're staying curious and breathing with it. And I would love to meet this fear and ask this fear, what do you need? What do you need to feel safe? What do you need so that we can work together moving forward? So let's listen, let's tune in. What does this fear need? Our abundance blocks lie in an unheld, unloved, unsupported aspect of the self, a part of the self that has not felt safe to be here in your body, in your life. So we need to create that safety so this part of you can come and work with you, work with you rather than against you. So let's go and meet. Listen, stay curious. What does this part of you need? What does this fear of rejection need to feel safe, to come out into the world and to share your message, to share your medicine, to share your magic with the world? So let's listen. And it's vulnerable, right? Let's honor and acknowledge what comes through this need. And we're bringing this through energetically for you today, opening up to receive what this part of you needs, honoring these needs. Is the behind the scenes support that's going to help you welcome in your next level. What does this part of you need to feel safe, to feel supported? Breathe to receive, staying super curious. And let's start to open to receive, open to give that to yourself. It can start energetically. We're welcoming in, breathing in, allowing in everything that you truly need to feel safe, to feel supported, to have that courage to keep going, right? So let's breathe it in. Let's welcome into your body. And we're welcoming it into your energy system. We're welcoming it into your physical body. We're welcoming it into your nervous system. Breathing that up and through your body. So you know you're safe, you're loved, you're supported as you rise, as you share, as you reveal the next level of your purpose and your power, as you step into the next level of your prosperity. So let's breathe to receive, breathe to receive. And you're giving yourself all that you need. Breathing in. And as you start to receive this for yourself, the world in time will start to mirror more and more of this back to you. Inner transformation for outer change, welcoming in, welcoming in, welcoming in. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcoming in the foundations of safety, security, support that you need. Breathing them in, whatever they look like. Listen, stay curious, stay open. Calling it in. Knowing that when you call this in, what you need now, in time it will start to manifest and materialize in time into your physical reality. So let's breathe it in. Let's call it in. Thank you. And as you're receiving that safety, that support, that security, let's ask, let's listen what that next level within your purpose, your power is here to share. So when you have that holding and support, how are you showing up? How are you sharing? How are you speaking, writing, creating, being in the world when you feel safe and secure and supported in all that you are? Let's listen to that next level that's here. How are you showing up, sharing in your business, through your life? Breathe, breathe, breathe to receive. What aligned action are you taking from this place? What aligned action are you taking from this space and place? Being more bold and brave, putting yourself out there in a new way, What is that next level, that next step for you? I'd love to hear. Beautiful. Welcome in, staying curious, staying open, even if what you're seeing or perceiving is confronting. Welcoming it in, writing down anything that comes through for you, listening, being in service to what's coming through for you now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deeply honoring and acknowledging all that's here, right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So breathing yourself back, welcoming yourself back. Please write down, note down any insights, any awarenesses, any information that came through for you in today's session. Knowing that this is deep work, doing this abundance block transforming is deep work, takes time to integrate. So lots of patience, understanding it's a journey, it's a process, one step at a time. Releasing any pressure or any perfectionism that may be here. Releasing and letting it go. Allowing yourself to be with what is here now. Thank you.